So we're back at it. This time for firefighter Robert Parro from Engine 8. The 8 ball out of Manhattan, housed there with ladder 2 and battalion 8. So this is for Engine 8's Robert Parro, for his wife Karen and his son John, who at the time was only 4 years old on 9/11. Taking him up to the 110th. Now that's been a while, but the commitment still continues. Now that I'm back on shift, it's back on the stair climber to take another brother up all the way to the 110th floor. And like I said, right now, this is for firefighter Robert Parro off of Engine 8. 7 verticals and 110 floors for our brother. This is the 343 commitment and still counting, coming to you live from the gym in Southern Park, New Mexico, at my fire station. So, another brother going vertical. This climb is dedicated to Karen Parro and her son John, who's right now in about his mid-20s. This is your climb. 110 floors in dedication to firefighter Robert Parro, who was 35 with 8 years on the FDNY on 9/11. Before he even got on with FDNY, he was a apartment superintendent, from what it said. And then he got the call to the FDNY. This 110 is for him. Take him all the way to the top, so he will never be forgotten. This is why we climb. And now, it's a continuation of this commitment. To the 110th floor. For firefighter Robert Parro, out of the 8 ball. Engine 8, there in Manhattan. Taking him all the way to the top. Seven total verticals on this 110 floors. Pushing our brother to the very top. Robert Parro. On completion, 84 brothers left to carry in the initial 343 commitment before the end still counting will take their place. Those that work the pile at ground zero. Carrying each and every one to the top until I can't climb anymore. That is my commitment. So always remember to never forget. Thank you, Troy. Taking another brother vertical right now. Pushing them all the way up to that very top. 110th floor. One by one they go. And I know it's been a while since I've been up, but it's time to get down again. Back on the truck, back on the climber. For his wife Karen and son John, he will never be forgotten. Our brother was from Levittown, and basically was a great friend, a handyman, willing to help anyone, is what I read. It said at Engine 8 he was actually one of the smaller guys, but it said when he approached the engine and he got on the truck, he grew 6 inches. This is his 110th floors, carrying our brother to the very top. In this, the 343 commitment, and still counting. We will never forget the sacrifices made, both on and after 9/11/2001. It said that our brother reported to Manhattan the night before and was just about to get off work when the call came in. Minutes later, he was en route to the World Trade Center, along with the rest of the 343 brothers, along with the rest of the FDNY response. The greatest rescue effort in the United States history took place that day and days after. We will never forget the sacrifices that were made. Never forget. Instead, we will always remember pushing them up for Robert Parro, a brother right here. That's his climb. Taking him to that 110th floor, the top of the tower. Going there now, with honor and respect given for the sacrifice made 9/11/2001. The 19th year since the worst terror attack on U.S. soil, resulting in the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history. We will never forget. Pushing them all the way up for the 8 ball for ladder 2. I believe it's Snoopy and Battalion 8. Your brother will never be forgotten. Pushing them all the way to the 110th floor. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. Taking them all the way to the very top. For our brother, Firefighter Parro. He will never be forgotten. Hey, Christine. Going all the way with honor and respect till we reach the top. 7 verticals, and this is number 3. Until we get there. Pushing them all the way up. With honor and respect given. For the sacrifice made so that others could live. For his wife Karen and son John. Your husband and father will never be forgotten. Instead, always remembered. His legacy kept forward. This is why we climb. Taking them all the way up. $110 floors we go. All right, for our brother here, Robert Parro, Engine 8's 8-ball. This is why we're climbing. Coming up on that 46th floor already, out of 110. For the 8-ball, Snoopy and Battalion 8 out of Manhattan. Engine 8, Ladder 2, Battalion 8. This is your climb. I will not forget. I will always remember the sacrifices made on and after 9/11/2001. Those in the initial rescue effort and those that worked the pile at ground zero for days, weeks, and months until the families in the FDNY and our country found whatever result we could at the end of the recovery effort. Pushing them all the way to the top. $110 floors, all the way to the top. Thanks, Chris. It really means a lot, Christine. Taking them up. Gonna reach it. Carrying them up. Towards that 110th floor, we're going. It said our brother before FDNY was a superintendent of an apartment complex. And then he got the call to the FDNY. Let's try this again. So we're at floor 58, going to the 110th. For firefighter Robert Parro, FDNY, they're on engine 8, the 8-ball, housed with ladder 2 Snoopy and battalion 8 in Manhattan. They had a decal across the front of the engine 8 the last time I looked at it, and it said Pride of Hell's Kitchen. So this is the finish of the 110th floor climb for firefighter Robert Parro, for his wife Karen Parro and son John. Will not be forgotten. Coming up on the last 3 verticals to the very top. Taking them to the 110th floor with honor and respect given. Pushing them all the way up. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. Coming to you live from Sunland Park, New Mexico, in the gym. Here we go. Third to last vertical for firefighter Robert Parro. 35 years at the time of 9/11, with 8 years on the department. Known as the smallest man on the job at engine 8, the 8-ball. It was said when he went there, got on the truck, he grew an additional 6 inches. A great brother, father, husband, known to help anyone in need. Did a lot of handyman work. This is his finish of the 110. Carrying him up. Go in there with honor and respect for the sacrifices made so that others could live. Under 10 floors we go. Last signal on this last run, the first try. Hopefully it doesn't again. Taking them up. Pushing them all the way to the top. This is the 343 commitment and still counting for the 8-ball, engine 8 out of Manhattan, firefighter Robert Parro. Going all the way to the top. 2 last verticals coming up. This 110 floors will be complete. For our brother right here. Taking them all the way. His wife Karen and son John. He'll be in his mid-20s right now. Your husband and father will never be forgotten. This is why we climb. Second to last vertical. Second to last vertical right now. Coming up on the 80th floor of this 110. Pushing them up. Going to the top. Not again. So this is the welcome back climb. For the first time I've done a climb in a while. So again, this is for firefighter Robert Parro, Engine 8, the 8-ball, housed with Snoopy Ladder 2 and Battalion 8. We are making the top. Going to the 110th floor as the third attempt of this climb for our brother, for his wife Karen and son John, for the FDNY and for our country. We're hitting it all the way to the top. Almost there. Going to that 110th. Hopefully, no more interruptions on this climb. Pushing them all the way to one last vertical and one last push. Last vertical, last push. Coming up to that 110th floor. We're taking firefighter Robert Parro, 35 years old, 8-year veteran of the FDNY. A son, a husband, a father, our brother from Levittown. Before he was at the FDNY, he was a apartment superintendent at what they call Babylon. So now, this is the last 20 floors. Floor 90, right now. Going up to that 110, the top of the tower, as this is the 343 commitment, and still counting. Memorial climb for firefighter Robert Parro. We're going there now. Finishing this climb all the way to the 110. Pushing them up with honor and respect till we reach that top. We're going there now. The uphill climb to that last little bit. The vertical will put us about the 102. And then it's about 8 floors to the top. 101, 102, somewhere in there. Pushing them all the way. Going down. Coming up around the 100 mark. For this 110 floor memorial stair climb. Part of the original 343 commitment. Before the end, still counting. We'll take their place. Over the 100 mark now. One floors. Of this 110 for firefighter Robert Parro. With honor and respect, we climb. Taking him to the 110. A few more floors left. And another brother has reached the top. It's been a while, but we're getting back. Back on the truck now. Back on the climber when I can. 84 brothers left to carry and counting down. I'm hoping to finish the initial commitment by completion of next year. Within the 2021 period. For the 20th anniversary of 9/11. The worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil, the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history. Right now I also have some side work to do to load up to the 258 climbs that I've already done on the YouTube channel for everyone to be able to view on the 343 commitment and still counting YouTube channel. This is all for them. For the families, the FDNY, and our country. This is why we climb. So always remember to never forget. And we were just about to reach that 110th floor. Pushing him to that last turns, last steps to reach the 110. And we've done it. Parro, rest easy. We got it from here, brother.